Welcome back to Laugh Through It All. I'm your host, Tracy. Today, I have a returning co host, Stephanie. Come join us as we talk about cuffing season, the holiday blues, and plenty of laughter and other relatable stories. So first, let's toast to Merry Christmas. It is right around
Cheers,
the corner. This is
mom
something new.
water.
Yeah, have you ever had it?
I haven't.
Me either. I'm about to.
Oh,
I literally
okay.
waited to take a sip until our cheers.
Okay, okay, let's have a sip. Tell me how it is.
So, cheers.
Cheers.
Not a fan.
Not not great.
No. It's carbonated, not zero carbonation. It's not a very strong taste. I'm
Not
sure
yummy.
yeah, I'm sure after a few drinks I will taste the strawberry a little bit more. But
Yeah. I'm drinking some Italian
ooh.
Chianti.
Mmm.
Yeah, it's
Mamma
good.
mia. Yeah,
Good
so I got all
stuff.
decked out in my Christmas attire for you.
I love your headband. I would like
Thank you.
one
It
for a I
lights
have a
up.
Friendsgiving Friday.
Yeah, I got it for school for the kids, and I
Yeah.
need to show you my ugly sweater. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but let's see if I can. Oh, there,
It's
there,
adorable. I love it.
there you go.
I'm loving it.
I like to wear it, and I like to tell people, "Do you want to pet my pussy?"
I'm sure you get some takers on that.
People just are shocked. They're like, "What?"
They're like, "Excuse me?"
So I wanted to welcome you to cuffing season.
I know, it's upon us.
And for those of you who don't know what cuffing is, I looked up the definition.
Okay, read it to
Cuffing
us.
season refers to a period of time, usually during the fall and winter months, when single people actively seek out short term romantic partners to spend the colder months with, essentially cuffing themselves to someone for companionship.
Tis the season.
It is real. It
I
is
feel
a
like people get
real
extremely
thing.
lonely around the holidays and
Yes.
also just I don't wanna say desperate. That's not the word I'm looking for.
Right.
I don't know what word I'm looking for. I think just maybe loneliness. I mean, people really struggle with the holidays. The holidays are a tough time for people. They say like New Year's Day is like the number one dating download app of the year.
You are right. I remember seeing that one time. I think it
Yeah.
was last year I remember seeing that.
Yeah, so it's like it's the time. I mean, I updated my profiles to say, this was a couple months ago going into cuffing season, but saying like, looking for someone to lay the groundwork for matching Christmas jammies.
Yeah.
It's cuffing season. you know.
I have never once, had matching pajamas with somebody.
Well, we do the elf and the elf. Well, we have two elves. And my kids, they're twins when they're 10. One believes, the other one, she does not. I think my son just plays along to play along, but they
That's
bring
good.
matching jammies for us every year on the first
Okay.
day. So we
Oh,
always
so
have
you do
fun
that
Christmas
elf.
jammies.
You hide that damn elf.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
It
so
brings
glad
it
that
brings so
I'm
much
out of it.
joy though. Like I like having holiday traditions. I've been single for 7 Christmases now
Mhm.
and or divorced. I guess I haven't been single for all of them, but I've been divorced, separated for 7 years now. So it's important to me to have certain traditions with the kids that are
Yeah.
just mine and that, we have the 3 of us and things like that. So the elf, I mean, they do the elf at their dad's too, but something fun we do at home
Right.
and yeah.
Yeah, we did do that. And now, like, I was so happy when Michael didn't believe because then he could take over hiding the elf. I was so happy about that.
Stella's been helping me with hiding
Mm,
the elves.
it's amazing. And
It's
then
nice.
one year, gosh, was it one or must have been 2 years. It was 2 years ago. Our elf was taped to the wall on the
Uh-huh.
other side of the bedroom. And
Uh-huh.
I got up in the morning and I forgot to, of course, move it. And I took the tape off the wall and she heard it. So she knew.
Oh no. Stella said she had come down one night. I had told them to go up and mom would take care of the dog and be up in a little bit. Well, I moved them while they were upstairs, thinking they were up for the night. And she came back down and she was like, wait, why are they all? I'm like, oh, they must have gone and come back so quickly. And I
Yeah,
was like, shoot, I totally just screwed that one up. And so I think that kind of put doubt in her head. But my son's like,
sure.
cool, jammies, the elves are here. Like he just
Yeah,
plays along.
right. That's good because
Yeah. How
nothing
was your
is more
Thanksgiving?
fearful than worrying about them telling the other.
I
Thanksgiving was
know.
good. You know, Thanksgiving, we were talking about, cuffing season and loneliness. Thanksgiving, I think, is probably the first one that starts to bother me as
To
far
feel
as
lonely.
feeling lonely. I don't, not, I mean, I don't know. It's something because it's going into the big holiday. I don't know about you, but
Yeah.
like Easter doesn't bother me being alone. Um,
Mm-mm.
now I can't even think of holidays.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, that doesn't even bother me.
Yeah.
Does not
I
bother
like
me.
I'm single on New Year's and I always put so much pressure on New Year's, not like I really care anymore being
Agree.
44, but it would be
Agree.
nice to have someone to kiss at midnight. I haven't
Yes.
kissed someone in 8 years on New Year.
Yes.
It'd be
Yes, I
nice to have
agree.
someone to peck at midnight.
Yeah, and I think that's just, it's saying goodbye to the past and looking forward to the future, and when it's just you, you start to think, "Okay, well, it's just me again. Here I
Yep.
am." But my girlfriend at work had a very interesting point because I was talking to her about this. And I don't know how to make sense of it, but it's something to do with the darkness. It gets dark earlier. You start to feel,
It's depressing.
yeah, it's cold and you just want to, by 5:30 you're home and
Like
all
cuddled on the
fucked up.
couch.
Yes. And I
Yeah,
think
like
you
ready for bed at
it's
8.
seasonal depression is such a real thing too. I
Agreed.
struggle with it because in the summer I am outside. I could sit outside all day long and not once be bothered,
Yeah,
and then come wintertime and I sit inside and it gets to be so depressing because it
I
is
know.
5:30, 6 o'clock, you feel like you can't go anywhere.
I know, and I don't wanna drive at night.
No.
I have an astigmatism, and I
Yeah.
don't wanna drive at night. I've been
It's getting
taking
harder and
vitamin
harder.
D. I know. I've been trying to take D just because I mean, we haven't seen the sun today, it was out, but
Yeah.
for the past 2 weeks, I think it's been out once in 2 weeks. So, it's like, I think vitamin D is very important right now.
Mhm.
Lots of water, trying to just I mean, I think it's a crazy time because it's so busy and I feel like everybody has so much on their plates with parties and kids things at school and work and deadlines and just everything, but also I feel like it's a nice time to kind of slow down because it is dark, because we spend more time at home, which can be debilitating and kind of isolating. It gets old after a few months, right? But I also
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
it's nice to just take a beat and slow down a little bit to enjoy
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Mhm. And
The
you know what other
holiday.
holiday bothers me too is, um, 4th of July. I know that sounds very
Really?
strange. 4th of July, something about watching the fireworks. It's like I just wanna watch the fireworks. It's probably just the romantic nature, sitting under
Yeah,
at night and cuddled up on a blanket or some chairs and just looking up at the sky and watching the fireworks. There's always something about 4th of July that just makes me sad. And
it's weird. I think I've been single for so long that I don't it's lonely to me without the kids. Like it is lonely without a
100%,
partner. It is lonely
100%.
without a partner, but I feel like the kids sort of fill that void in your life as far as that's concerned, as far as feeling lonely. Like I remember the first holiday I didn't have my kids or my husband, and I mean, I was a wreck. I
Mhm.
was devastated. And it's tough, but then you learn how to kind of maneuver through that. You know what I'm saying? Holidays don't affect me as much as they used to. They used to
Mhm.
really affect me. And I think as my kids get older, it'll probably circle back to like they're going to be gone in a few years and I won't have, I mean, I might have someone, but I'm single for now. So maybe no one to celebrate those holidays with when the kids are at school or at their dad's or,
Right.
it's tough.
I used to, we would be gone Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And then my family changed after we got a divorce. My family kind of changed to where we would do Christmas Eve the weekend before because then the kids would go
Nice.
to John's house on Christmas Eve.
Uh-huh.
They would spend Christmas Eve with him, Christmas Day with my family, and then the weekend before we would do Christmas Eve. So I would still have that. And so then I got um but then let's see what happened. And then I think COVID, I think yeah, I think COVID is kind of what put a little stall to that. And so we really didn't do that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And now I'm just kind of in a spot where Christmas Eve has been such a nice time for just me, and I
Yeah.
I hate to give that up, and my mom's like, "Oh, I don't want you to be alone on Christmas Eve." I'm like, "Seriously, I am actually very fine because when they believed in Santa, it's like I could even still, I spend Christmas Eve most times and I sit there and I wrap all of their presents. That's
Wrapping
when
gifts.
it's all done.
Exactly.
So I
Yep.
watch TV, I've got the Christmas lights on, and it's just such a nice, cozy night just for me. And
Yeah.
I'm not sad, you know?
I have the kids this year, so I mean, they're at an age now where we all kind of go to bed at the same time, or we
Yep.
all kind of go upstairs at the same time. Like, it's not like they go to sleep and mom hangs out downstairs for 2 hours. That doesn't happen anymore. So for Christmas Eve this year, they're gonna have to go up, and I'll be like, I'll see you in a bit. Like, I mean, I'm
Yes.
sure they're gonna have to understand mom has to wrap presents. I don't have anybody else to like help do this stuff for me, so I'll either do them Christmas Eve or do them when I don't have them, like the weekend before or something. But I have them on Christmas Eve, and I love having them on Christmas Eve because then they wake up here on Christmas Day. I don't have the whole Christmas Day with them. I don't even care. I just like having them here Christmas Eve is the best part for me.
Yeah, and now that they don't, because we would switch off. So if it was his night, if it was his time for them to wake up with him on Christmas, then they would go to his family, stay the night there, open up presents there, and then come here. And then,
Yeah,
the next year it would be they would do Christmas Eve with his family and then they would be dropped off here. And so now that they
right.
both don't believe in Santa, they just stay. So every Christmas Eve they go there, they stay there, they open their presents, and then they end up coming to me by like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. So
Yeah, early. Yeah. Like
yeah,
the
it's
like my
no big
ex-husband will
deal.
pick up, or I'll take them there at like noon or 11, after they open gifts and
Hmm.
eat breakfast and
Right, right. So it,
yeah.
it all works out now. But again, it's like the Christmas lights, would be so nice. Or even fall, I think, starts that wanting to be in a relationship or cuffing with somebody because you
Yeah,
want
like
to
going
do
to a
those,
pumpkin patch,
yeah, which
going
is
to a
so
cider
ridiculous.
mill.
Really, I don't even want a pumpkin. Really, do I really do I really want it? So
It's
it's
like it's all the activities.
yes, it's the idea, the cider mill and the pumpkin patch and apple picking. I don't want no apples, but I want that option,
I
you
mean,
know?
just to have someone initiate a date to go apple picking, I'd go. Like, I would do anything as long as you plan the day. As long as I'm not making the date, I'd be happy to show up at whatever you plan.
Right.
As long as
And
it's
that's
not
half
a
the
hike or
battle.
something. But yeah, right?
Yeah. I was wondering if you wanted to go for a hike. Let's slow that down. I'm
Not
not
on
ready
a
for
first
that
date.
relationship.
Right. Yeah, I feel like I don't want to say desperate. I keep saying that I shouldn't because I'm like talking about us. But like I feel like people are more apt to want to match right now and want to find a partner, which makes things kind of icky. It's like, oh, you're talking to someone. Does that mean you have to buy him a present? Like I always
Right?
wonder about that too. What's the etiquette about buying someone you're seeing a present in the early stages of dating?
Yeah. No, that's actually a good thought. And you know what? The lights down in downtown Rochester, that's
So
something I
pretty.
would like to do.
So I have a holiday party this weekend and I'm taking my bestie Dana with me because I don't have a date
Yeah.
and a man date. And we're it's downtown Rochester. We're staying at the Royal Park Hotel and
Ooh,
going to the Rochester Tap House. So we'll be able to see all the lights and get dressed up and it'll be like a fun occasion. But it would be nice to have a date to do that with and
right?
a man to hold your
Right?
hand and stroll through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that coziness, you know? That and it doesn't help either with every single Lifetime movie, all the Christmas movies, you
I've
know,
never gotten sucked into the Hallmark movies.
are what?
I've never watched, I don't think, one full Hallmark movie in my life. Never.
Oh, girl,
I
it's like a
know.
rite of passage. I
I
don't know how
know.
you
And like
could
I grew
be
up, my mom watched Lifetime and Oxygen like
Yes.
all the time. I've never watched it. You got to find one that tell me to watch.
They are it wouldn't matter because they are
All the same.
all exactly the same. All exactly the same. I don't know if you've seen on TikTok or Facebook where, you know, the reels and stuff, and there's so many people who couples who are role playing as if they're in a Lifetime movie. It's really
Okay.
it's so funny. I'll send you one the next time I see one
I'd have to
where,
stop it.
you
I'd
know, this
have to see it.
where, you know, this one guy, you know, works for a Christmas tree, his family's Christmas tree
Yeah.
farm, and the girl who used to live in that small town moved away to the big city, and they came home for Christmas, and they run into each other, and it's the premise of every single show. It's like she leaves her life in the big city to, you know, to have a fundraiser to save the Christmas tree farm. It's all exactly the same. They're all exactly the
So
same.
funny.
Yes, so you could literally watch any of them and be fine. But the thing is you can't stop watching them. You start it and then you finish. It's like
Yeah.
they pull you in.
Right.
That damn hope and the
Be
dream.
fun to watch some trashy movies with someone.
Yes. Yes.
Trashy holiday Hallmark movies.
Yes. Yes, and get someone to wrap my presents for me or to go
Yeah.
Christmas shop. Although, you know what, nowadays I
Everything's online.
so yeah, I do just about everything online.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's the
So
way of the world these days.
and it's so much easier having it. Although delivery, they'll deliver
They
stuff.
tell you what's being delivered
Yeah,
on your
and
Alexa.
sometimes they come in 0 box. So you
Mhm.
see exactly what it is. I bought Lainey an LOL camper one year, and
Oh, how fun.
it came in the actual LOL camper box,
Yeah,
not
you're
a
like,
box.
"Excuse me, like this is for Christmas."
Yeah. So that almost destroyed everything, but luckily I'm
Yeah.
like, don't go to the porch.
I know. Stay away. So funny.
And then
Every
hiding.
every package that comes, my kids are like, "Is this for Christmas?" I'm like,
Yep.
"No, it's not. It's for mom. It's not
Yes.
for you."
Yeah, I got some packages the other day, and that's what Lainey said. She's like, "Are those Christmas presents?" I'm like, "Girl, I haven't even bought one present yet. I
I'm
need
pretty
to.
much done.
Lucky you."
I don't have a ton to buy for though. I buy for my kids, a couple
Yeah.
friends. I usually end up getting my mom something. I mean, because our parents just buy for the grandkids. It's like they don't buy for us anymore.
Oh, they
So we
don't.
don't really
Okay.
exchange. I mean, my mom and I always get each other gifts. I don't do gifts with my dad.
Yeah.
Um, don't really have my brother, maybe sometimes we exchange.
Yeah.
I just don't really exchange with many people. It's kind of
Yeah,
nice. I mean,
my
y-
siblings
y-
we don't exchange, but my mom still buys us stuff for sure.
nice,
And
nice.
so I buy for my mom, my dad, my nephew, my
How's your bathroom coming along?
good.
Good.
It's coming getting down to the wire there. I got everything primed, and so I think I'm gonna go buy the paint tomorrow. And
Nice.
so then I'm gonna paint this weekend, and then I just gotta start putting everything back in.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm really
It'd be
ready.
nice to be a man to do that. Not
Girl,
that we can't do these things.
not that I don't love my
I
dad
mean, my love language
wholeheartedly.
is acts of service. Like, you take off the trash for me, I'm happy camper.
I don't know what I'm so
Clean
many
the
different love languages.
garage.
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't know
so
your
many
love
different
language?
ones. I don't think
I
I'm
mean,
just
I'm
one or
all
two.
of them, but
Yeah.
acts of service is my highest. But
So
I
does
mean,
acts
everybody
of
needs them
service
all.
mean they do things for you? Is that what that means?
Yeah, like cross things off your to-do list. Like that's how I feel loved. I don't know why, but
So then how do you think I think I just read this and I could have this wrong, but I feel like your the way you show love is opposite of how you like
I
to
don't
receive
I
it.
don't I don't know that specifically. Yeah, I think what you give is different than what you receive
Yes.
usually.
And I'm
Yeah,
trying to
but
think
it's different because with me, I don't know, I've done my Enneagram and I'm a helper, which is a number 2,
I don't know what
which
that is. What's an
acts of service
enneagram?
would be why are there
You just
balloons? How did I do that? What what just happened? What just happened?
in the world?
I
You
don't
gave a
know.
peace sign. Let me
I
see. Let me see if it
what
works on me.
and
Yeah.
the balloons just oh my god, so
What
weird.
in the world just happened?
I don't know. That was bizarre.
You said acts of service, and then I
Access,
did
I said
number
I'm
2.
a helper on the Enneagram, which is a 2.
Okay, that's really weird. For those of you who Oh, there it is again. What? Okay, for those of you who listen and don't watch, she's doing like a peace sign and balloons
Oh
come
my
from the
god.
sky on video. That is hilarious. Why doesn't it do
That
it for
is really funny. Let's see if it happens again.
That's so funny. It does
Oh
it
my god,
does.
it does. It's so bizarre.
I wonder if I'd make a heart. Do a heart. Obviously it's just yours, not mine. That is the
I
funniest
don't
thing
know.
I have ever
So
seen
funny.
because that was unexpected. So apparently when you do a peace sign, only you and your peace sign, it's got to go this way. You did it
Only
this way.
me.
It didn't work.
No. And it's a number 2.
That is hilarious.
I know. Anyway, I give out what I like. So I'm an
Yeah.
exception to the rule, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if I quite believe, maybe I didn't understand it right, but that it doesn't quite make sense to me because same thing. I like to think that, I'm a lovey, affectionate person, and I like to think that I give that out, but that's because that's what I like.
What you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think physical touch is super important for
100%.
everybody. I mean, even people that might not think they need it, I think like I never realized how important it was to me until like the last like 5 years of life. Like I
Right.
never knew I really enjoyed and needed that kind of re affirmation that like you're
For sure.
wanted, needed, comforted in those ways, you know. Like physical touch is so important, I think, and I never knew it was for me.
Yeah, I definitely knew it was for me. Um, especially I mean, I knew I was a very affectionate, lovey, touchy person before, and then, you know, being in my marriage where there really wasn't anything, and I didn't get that, and that is the part that it was so obvious that I
Missing.
yeah. And so, I make it pretty clear to anyone that even tries to date me is listen, if you are not an affectionate person, then we're not going to work because
Right.
I won't go without that again. It's
Yeah. Me too. I feel like it's super
okay.
important and I never, we just weren't like that in my first marriage and I don't
Yeah.
think it was anything that, I didn't want to display or he didn't.
Sure.
Maybe we just didn't know how and we weren't super comfortable with it maybe.
Hmm.
But, now I'm so much more comfortable with myself and like in tune to my needs and things of that nature where it's like, yeah, I'd like to hold your hand in public. I'd like for your hand to be on the small of my back at the restaurant at a table. Like I'd like to feel comforted in those ways.
Yeah. It's almost like a protection too.
Yeah.
That guiding you in the small of your back, that is like
So nice.
hottest thing too. Like especially if
Yeah.
you're just starting to date someone that just that kind of it's not even it's like a
They
barely
like usher you.
yes, it's like a guiding you. It's like
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
So nice. I
It's
know.
so nice.
I know. It's like if
It's
guys only
cuffing
knew
season,
how
we're talking about things we like. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
know, but it's like if guys only knew how easy it was to really impress us.
It's really sad. I if
It's
men
not hard.
only knew. I mean, it's
Open
now
a door,
granted
pay for a meal, compliment your woman. Like it's not that hard.
now I know, I mean, I say this and I know there's gonna be women out there who, they're very, you know, um, women's rights and things like that, and no,
Sure.
I can do
Fem
all of this for myself.
feminists.
100% we can, of course, do it all, but I myself and I know everybody that's around me, that's exactly what they are looking for. And men will say, "Oh, well, yeah, but if we do that, then they get mad." Well, then you know what? If then I don't know what kind of women you're finding,
I
but
mean,
I would
I
say the
can do every
majority I would say
yeah.
the majority of women like that. They like that feeling of being taken care of and paid attention to. And it's not I don't want people, men to sit there and think, well, taken care of does not mean that I want you to pay my bills. It would be nice. Don't get
It's
me wrong.
not all about finances.
That's not it. It's
Right.
we still like to feel that protection and that taken care of. For me, that's what it is.
I have just felt like this past month, some things have been happening, and I've just kind of been going through some things, and it's just like, it'd be nice to have somebody else make the decisions.
Mhm.
It's just tiresome sometimes being single,
Yes.
a single parent, and you're making all the calls,
Yeah.
and you don't know if you're doing it right.
Right.
Once in a while, it'd be nice to just say, "You do this today and take care of this, and I'll do the rest." It's like, okay, then
Mhm.
I only have to focus on this stuff today. Or, like it'd be nice to have someone share the mental load of
Right.
like running a household and like, you know, take it just life.
But then I worry. I worry about having someone because like you, I've been divorced. Well, I've been in this house 8 years, so it's been 9 for me. So, and I keep saying 8. It's been 9,
Almost, yeah.
and it's been just the 3 of us. So it is very hard to wrap my head around someone coming in and taking over when I'm so used to doing it all by myself.
Right. I get
So
that.
yeah. So, yes, as much as
Did
I
Michael pick up his socks?
he did. I I
I
think he
found two pair. Up two.
oh,
I found two pair
no
on the
balloons.
floor.
Oh, there it is. Stupid balloons.
Oh
That
my
is
god, I found
amazing.
two pair on the floor. It's all Tyson.
Yeah, yeah, I think he saw, because my Facebook posts go to my Instagram page,
So he
and
follows you on
so I
Instagram.
think he saw the Instagram page even though he didn't say anything, but
He picked
yes,
him
he
up.
picked him up the same day, the same
Oh,
day.
well,
So,
sometimes the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
yes, yes. So, yeah, I was just like, "You know what? I am not gonna pick that damn thing up." He walks by it at least 4 or 5 times a day. I'm
Yeah.
like he's like, "Well, I didn't know if it was mine or not." I'm like, "So you pick it up and you look at it."
Right. I'm sure you
Blamey
could
will
tell if
be
they're your socks or your
this
sister's.
big.
Right.
Yours are this big. So, yeah, I think it's gonna be and yours are dirty from practice. So,
Right.
it's
And they
yours.
stink, probably.
God, it's a
You
lot.
know, it is nice not having to do a man's laundry, I'll tell you that. I'd
Yeah.
like to find a man that does his own laundry.
John did do laundry, but, he was, like, obsessive about it. He wanted to do it every single day, and I said, "Listen, I have 0 problem doing the laundry, but I do laundry on Sundays. That's just how I'm gonna do it." Of course, when they were babies and they're little, you had to do 'em a
You do them
little
every day when they're
yeah,
that little.
but you don't have to do a load of laundry every single day, and so,
I'm
uh
random. I don't have a set schedule. Well, I try to do the kids before they come home on Wednesdays so they can put away their clothes,
yep,
right when they get home. But like my stuff, like I did a load today just randomly. Like for mine stuff, it just depends. I guess I don't have a set day. I usually do laundry like every probably 2 to 3 days.
okay.
Like I don't wait for Sunday.
Yeah, I do. I do it all in one day. Unless, he's has Michael has sports, has a game or things
Right.
like that, then those things, and you know what, and he's getting to the point now where he will come in and put him in the wash and start it. So I
I
don't
told Ty oh, that's nice. I told the
yeah, so I
kids, I
don't do
said,
that.
when you guys get to 6th grade, you're gonna be helping with laundry. And now, I mean, if I do a load of theirs, I'll say, Estelle, can you just go in the laundry room and take all your clothes out of the dryer and I'll fold them, but like just bring them to my, like she'll get them
Yep,
out. She knows how to switch the clothes, but like to do the detergent to know what cycle to put it on, they don't know
right,
that. But
right.
and Tyson probably I don't see that kid ever taking initiative to do his laundry. But like just having them help like and they put all their clothes away, which is nice, and I
Mhm.
do have to stay on top of them for that. But it would be nice to have some help like just with household things. Like I feel like I have manly things around the house that like I just like, I was so proud of myself the other day for changing the batteries in my garage door openers.
Yeah.
Like, I had 2 openers that were dead, and I texted my neighbor, and I was like, "How do I do that?" He's like, "Just open them." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't realize it was that easy." And I had the round circle batteries, and I was like, I felt
Look at
so
me.
proud of myself.
It's like when I changed the light bulb in the garage.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like at Home Depot and I said, actually no, I called my dad. I said, "Is there a certain light bulb for the light in the garage?"
Yeah.
And
He's like,
actually
"No,
there is.
Tracy."
There
Oh,
is
is
a
there?
garage light. Yeah, and people said, "No, you can just put a regular light bulb in." And I said, "No, I swear
That's
there's a
what I
red."
would have thought. I did
Yes.
not know that
You
either.
probably can, but there literally is a garage door light bulb. Now, I don't know what
Okay.
what the difference is. I have no clue, but yeah, I did that, and but then again there was another time where my garage door wouldn't open, and so my this is so stupid. So I call my dad, and of course my dad comes over, and then he looks at it, he goes, "Is this supposed to be unplugged?" And I'm like, if that
Oh,
is
no.
all it was, I am going to die. Sure
Like,
enough, he just plugged it back in and he's like, "Okay." I'm like, I
I had
hate
a
when I do something that's so stupid.
case in point, like, I had a plumber come over today, and my shower's been getting clogged, so I do the Drano.
Yeah.
Works for, like, 3 days, and then it gets clogged again, and it was just, like, a repetitive pattern, and the guy's like he's like, "All you gotta do," he's like, "All I did was unscrew the," and I have hard water, I don't even have soft water, so I'm like, "Maybe it's calcium buildup, maybe it's hair." Stella does shower in my shower, and she has crazy curly hair. I shed a lot, I don't know, but he's like, "All you gotta do is unscrew the sides and, like, get the gunk out," and I'm like,
Oh, it's
"Yeah,
so
but, like,
gross.
I don't wanna do that.
Mm,
I don't wanna do that."
it is,
Like,
it's like gagging because it's
but it was
not
like
just
145 bucks.
mm,
I could have done it for free.
mm, mm.
I was like, if it was that easy, but I didn't know it was that easy. But
Yeah,
also, do I want to do it?
right. And because it's even though you know it's all your hair,
Disgusting.
but it's like slimy hair. It's not, it's so disgusting.
Gag city, gag city. But it's like the manly things that like I just wish I had help with. My
Right.
brother usually helps me with stuff. Um, my dad's a snowbird. He's gone.
Oh,
Yeah, he's in Florida for 7 months out of the year. So usually just my brother or just I ask neighborhood husbands to help
yeah.
me do stuff or girlfriends like, "Hey, can you help me do this?" And I get by, it's fine, but
Yeah, my
I mean,
dad does
clearly I want the
everything.
companionship, but it would be
Right.
nice to help with the house duties, right?
Yeah, you're like, "Actually, if you just come over and do some work,
I
you
know.
don't have to sleep here. You don't have to
No,
sleep here."
I don't have to share a room with you. I like my space. I
No,
like
I don't
sleeping
have to
with
hear
my
you
pets.
breathe or snore at night. I'm good. I'm good with all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There's another thing, spending the night. I am not a spend the nighter.
Okay.
I will literally the situationship I had that I've talked about, for, like, on and off for 2.5 years. I It took me forever to be able to sleep there because I would just lay there and not sleep. I don't know what it was.
Really?
Yeah, it was terrible. And
I'm more of a hoster. I think I would rather host Like,
Even at that wouldn't that doesn't
I'd
matter.
rather be at my house with my animals and my comfort zone,
Yeah.
hosting a date, you know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Or a partner than being at someone else's house. I just and the
Yeah, it
older
doesn't
you
matter
get, the
for
more comfortable you are in your own bed, you know?
yeah, it doesn't matter. I have a hard time. So
Are
anyone
you
that
like that in
I have
hotels?
oh, for sure.
You can't sleep?
For sure, yes. And I mean, I have a indefinitely need noise. People who sleep with no noise, I believe they're serial killers because I don't understand how you can lay there in complete silence. But
I have to have a fan on
oh yeah,
24/7.
and I have a fan app.
Yeah.
Do you have a fan app? I'll show
No,
it.
I have a white noise though on my I don't use it. I
Yeah,
use a
I bring that. Of course, I have that for hotels for anytime I'm not at home.
well,
And
I have a CPAP, so that's kind of the noise I
oh
need. So it just
yes,
and then I
yes.
have a fan. I have to have moving circulating air and kind of the quiet noise of the fan.
Mhm.
I need that.
Yeah,
But
so
people
I have just a difficult time with sleepovers.
yeah,
Always, always. And you want there again, you want the little I want the cuddle for like a few minutes and then I want to
me
turn over
too.
and don't touch me.
I'm the same way.
I can't sleep with your
I
arms all
can't
over me.
either.
Heck no. A foot, you can touch my foot. We can have our foots touch, our butts can touch, but I just can't be engulfed. No way.
Yeah, I can't either. I don't like it.
My parents, I still joke to this day, when they go to sleep, they start off, I'm not kidding you, like this. They're like this close to each other.
No.
They swear to God. I used to say all the time, I don't understand how you guys survive because
It's so
oh my
cute.
God, they do. They just like look face to face. And then I'm assuming that they end up turning over. But
Right.
that's the way they start. And I'm thinking, my God, I couldn't
No.
couldn't
Uh-uh.
do it. I want to lay on your chest for a few minutes, and then when I start to fall asleep, I want to turn over.
Roll over. Yep.
Yes. Yes, and I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
Or if you check, I'll be laying on my side with my eyes open, not sleeping. I remember the first time I slept when I was with Sean, and I'm like, thank the Lord Jesus I slept
You
because
finally fell asleep.
oh my God. And now, now anywhere, anytime I am not at home, if we're traveling for lacrosse or anything like that, I bring something to help me sleep, like melatonin
Yeah.
or something like that, because I just can't function.
Tough to do. And I think that's just like being an adult. I think people just struggle with sleep as we age and like menopause for women. I don't know about men, but they probably struggle with sleep too. It's like,
Right.
women just go through these cyclical changes. And I feel like I'm up. Well, one, I'm up with my dog because he'll have me taking him out at 3 in the morning. But
Oh,
sometimes if I wake up, I'll be up for 2 hours just tossing and turning, can't go back to sleep. You're like wide awake at 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's like you just don't feel rested in the morning. I know so many of my friends that struggle with sleep.
yeah.
I think a lot of people do. That's probably a whole nother topic. I mean, people struggle with sleep.
There's someone, actually, I did a episode with her. She was the therapist. She studies dreams. I want to do one with her
Ooh,
about
I need
dreams.
to. Oh yeah, I would
Yeah,
love that.
I know.
I feel like that's a
I
whole yeah, that's a whole nother topic. I've been
I don't,
having like the same repetitive dream cycle like over and over again on loop for what seems like the last few months, and it's so bizarre. Like I travel a lot. It's always like I'm late to the airport, I'm overpacked, I've got all these items that won't fit in my bag. I didn't check in for an international flight. It's like I am so prepared in real life when it comes to
right.
these things. In my dreams, I can't grasp at the straws to like connect the dots. It's so frustrating.
I wonder
It's
if it's got
weird.
something to do with like, are you feeling out of control in something else in your life?
I
Look
mean,
at me analyzing. I know nothing.
I know, right?
But it's like
But
that's kind of like you're grasping for control. You don't have control.
yeah,
So I
I
wonder
mean,
if
it
there's
makes
something
sense.
else that's bothering you that you don't feel you have control of.
I also have dreams about like talking to multiple men at a time and not knowing who is who, which is funny because I never talk to that many guys at once. Like, it just never happens for me. Like, I can't juggle that many
I can't
people at
either.
once. But in
Mm-mm.
my dreams, I'm like, okay, I match with this guy, but we're just friends. And then I matched with his friend. And it's just a weird dynamic in my dream. Like, I can't
Right.
connect those dots either. It's weird.
I don't
But
remember my dreams.
I do. I remember pretty much I have pretty lucid dreams, I feel like. That could be my medication too, but
Yeah,
I feel like I always usually remember my dreams.
I don't. I did as a kid. I would have the same thing. I would have reoccurring dreams. And
Mhm.
no, dream the same dream over and over again. And then
Yeah.
I would get sick anytime I had a fever. I would
Mhm.
have the exact same thing. I Someone would be making
Wow.
me work. I would have to lift boxes. I'd have to carry and move boxes up and down stairs.
Yeah.
And I would literally say, you know what, just I would tell my mom because when I would have a high fever, I would hallucinate also.
Yeah.
I'm sure those go hand in hand, but
That's scary to
I
have a
know my
fever
mom
that
said she
high.
would spend half the time scared of me when I was sick. Because I would say, if you just, and I would call my mom, I'm like, will you just tell them that I'm sick? And I promise I will do this when I'm done, but I'm sick. I just can't. And
Yeah.
it's the same dream. Or,
That's
I
so
like that. I don't know if
bizarre.
it's a hallucination or a dream, but it was every time I had a
You
fever.
should definitely do that episode. I'd love to hear about like a
Yes,
dream.
I do. I do have to do it. I need to get a hold of her. There are a few episodes that I want to do, and I just, have to organize it all.
Yeah.
It gets away from me. We'll be
Cheers.
single together.
We'll be single together. We'll be doing podcasts like the Golden Girls, but we'll be together because we could live
Exactly.
in a compound.
Right. We'll have a nice huge home where we can each have our own wing and
Ooh.
then a pool in the middle.
Some pool boys.
Pool boys, 100%. Um, for sure landscape. I need some labor men also.
Oh, yeah, we could get some of that.
A gardener,
Maybe a chef.
chef for sure,
Someone to prepare our meals.
for sure.
That's
Um,
cute.
at least weekly massages,
Oh, for sure.
facials.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I could really enjoy my
I
life.
could retire with some girlfriends and
Uh-huh.
live off the fat of the land. Right? Hey,
The
I grew up
fat
in
of
Ionia. I grew up in a farm town. I mean, I never lived in the woods, but I could. I could.
I could easily go to the bathroom in the woods, easily.
Oh,
I'm fine with that.
I mean, been there many times.
Yeah. The fat of the land, that cracks me up. Oh
Well, you
gosh.
need to get a cocktail that you actually like.
Yeah, next time I'll this was in
Try
there,
s
and it's one of those things where like I haven't tried this yet, so I'm gonna try it now and see if I like it because it's been in there for a while. Because I
I stick
kind of
any
had a feeling you
seltzers,
didn't
I
like it.
stick to High Noons because 'cause
Yeah,
they're the only ones that are real alcohol, like, they're either vodka or tequila,
yeah, but I mean, I was
and
really hoping that the strawberry and the kiwi would be real a strong flavor.
yeah,
It's like
not
flat.
yeah.
So, well, cheers to you.
Cheers to you. I've had fun chatting with you.
You too. And
Keep
let's
me
hope
posted on any
any
suitors coming
possible
your way for
things
the
suitor.
holiday season.
Yeah, thanks for joining me and chit-chatting with me.
Anytime.
Thank you for joining me. Do better, expect better, and be better. And as always, find a way to laugh through it all. Don't forget to check out my Shopify, where you can find some Do Better merchandise. And coming soon, Laugh Through It All t shirts and sweatshirts. Have a great holiday.